Hiya, it's Hayley. Today is gonna be a bit of a different kind of video. I thought that I would talk to you about how to survive isolation. Our country is about to go into national lockdown. By the time this video comes out, it probably will be in lockdown again. And I thought that it would be a nice thing to try and support you guys during this time. I know that a lot of people struggle with isolation, and I just want to let you know that you're not alone. There are things that you can do to make it better. So although I'm not an expert and there are actual expert videos on this, I thought this would be a more personal video, and I hope that it helps some of you. What makes me qualified to make this video? Literally nothing. I was in isolation for 2 weeks because my housemate tested positive. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I wrote down some things that I thought you guys might find useful. So with the whole country going into lockdown, it's going to be a little bit different because the FOMO won't be there quite as much. Instead of focusing on the negatives, it's important to focus on the positives. So do allow yourself to be sad, to be upset, to feel down. Most people feel upset because you're not getting enough sunlight, you're not getting enough exercise, you're not getting that fresh air that you normally do. If you're lucky enough to have a garden, then you can go outside in the garden, but it's not the same as going for a walk and seeing the world and being in the world and just seeing how small you are compared to everything. So yeah, do allow yourself to miss the things that you're missing, to feel sad, to feel down. But then give yourself that time, and afterwards move on and say, look, I've had my little pity party, I'm feeling better now. Take a breather and say, okay, what now? What can I do? There's that old saying of there's things that we can control and things that we can't control, and this video is all about the things that we can control. First up, sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Number one is food. Make sure that you have enough food in your house. There is a direct correlation between food, eating enough food, and the right kinds of food, and your mood. Food and mood. So make sure that you are eating properly, even if you feel like you don't need as much food because you're not going out and doing as much and expending as much energy. Make sure you eat at least one hot meal a day. It will make you feel so much better. It will give your body enough energy to keep your I don't know what it's called, keep your biology going, basically. So if you're not eating properly, then you're just running on fumes, you're going to be tired, you're going to be upset, your mood is going to be a lot lower. So make sure you're eating properly, allow yourself to snack. I always have biscuits. I'm obsessed with ginger nuts at the moment. Do not focus on oh my god, I'm going to let myself go or whatever. That is the wrong way of thinking right now. Right now is not the time to be thinking about aesthetics and how you look, right? So long as you're healthy enough, up here, healthy around here, keep your health up by eating. That's what I'm trying to say. Exercise. Personally, I didn't really go out of my way to exercise when I was in isolation. I just kind of gave myself that time and said look, I can't go out and do the exercise that I normally would, so I'm just gonna give myself a complete break for 2 weeks. I think it's really important not to get too stressed out about not exercising as much as usual when you literally can't go outside. It's really hard to get up and motivate yourself to do that when you've got nowhere to go and your routine starts to kind of fall apart. So personally, I just gave myself that time and I said, look, it's okay, I'm not gonna stress about it. But obviously that was only 2 weeks. During a 4-week national lockdown, try and make an effort, a couple days a week, just do a couple of videos or whatever. You could do a 10-minute Pilates video every day. Shout out to Blogger Lattes, I love her videos. They're so they're not easy, but it's convenient, you know. 10-minute video that I can do whenever it suits me, and in my room. You don't need much space. There are so many YouTube videos out there that you can just do 10-15 minutes, do one video a day or a few videos a week, something like that. Try to do something because it's going to be 4 weeks, and again, exercise helps your mood. But personally, I would say don't stress about it too much, because I know that a lot of people get very upset and worried about their health, saying oh, my health's going to really decline if I don't go out and do something, and then it it becomes a source of anxiety. So just don't let it become a source of anxiety for you. Okay, so the next thing that I did was I used the extra time that I had. I wasn't like traveling, I wasn't going to classes, I couldn't meet up with friends, so I had a lot of extra time on my hands to get my work done. I caught up on everything, did all my reading, and I actually got ahead of my classes. And take that opportunity because it's right there. Like, there's a lot of time that gets cut out by doing everything at home. So use that extra time and think, okay, well, I can't really do anything else. So it's a really great opportunity. I know that for a lot of people, you then lose motivation because kind of everything gets out of proportion. But if you can, really try and motivate yourself. Say, look, I have all this time, I have no excuses. Like, just be frank with yourself and say, if I'm not gonna do it now, I'm never gonna do it. At the end of the day, like, if you want to get ahead, you've got the opportunity right there. If you don't want to get ahead, that's fine, but just be real with yourself. And then after all that work, you think, right, I got all my work done early in the week, and then I had so much time. I was like, I've done everything that I need to. I've caught up, I've got ahead, and I still have time. And I can't do my usual hobbies, like going out, eating places, meeting with friends, going traveling, doing sport. So I went back to some old hobbies that I haven't done in a really long time, like playing DS. I always said, like, I don't have time. That was always my excuse, was I don't have enough time. Well, now I do. And sketching, I used to do loads of art when I was younger, and I stopped doing it because I was too busy. But now I'm not too busy, and it's really nice just to hark back to those old things that I used to do when I was a bit younger and I had a bit more time. If you can't do the things that you usually can, do the things that you used to, or try new things. I started making TikTok videos because, I don't know, I was bored, and a lot of people are using the platform to share with each other, and they're really easy, low effort. Like, well, you can make them really high effort, but for me, it gave me something to do, and it felt like I was being like somewhat productive. So if you want to, follow my TikTok. But yeah, things like being more engaged in social media, learning a new skill, learning a new language, these are all new things that you can try, and they're all things that you can do at home. You know, I always wish I was more of a gamer because it's like a huge community, a global community. I'm not very good at games, so I stick to Nintendo. Definitely try something new if you can't do the things that you usually would. So the next thing is support. Reach out to your friends and family. When I was isolating, I had to recognize that I had more time than my friends and family who weren't quarantining, so I was the one who reached out to them. If you're feeling bad, you should reach out to other people. You can't wait for them to reach out to you. I know that it sounds kind of harsh to say, but first of all, let them know. I want my friends to tell me when they're not doing so good and upset. It doesn't matter what time of day. If I'm awake and I get the message and my friend just says, can we chat? Yeah, I'm gonna chat. I care about you. I want you to do well. If I can cheer you up, if you want to talk about feeling bad, if you just want to take your mind off things, but you have to make that first step, especially when you're not seeing anyone. They don't know, they have no idea because there's no signs. If you don't talk all the time every day over text, they're not gonna know. If you don't see each other, they're not gonna pick up that you're not doing so good. So it can be difficult, but you really have to be brave and reach out to other people when you're feeling bad. I'll leave some links to some helplines as well if you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to and you're feeling low. Just reach out, please. There is always so much help available, you just have to find it. So be brave, you guys. I'm fighting for you. For me personally, I take the opportunity when I'm apart from society. You know, you're in your room, you're on your own, you're by yourself, you're spending time away from society, and this time away from outside influence can be really, really helpful. The way that I viewed it was kind of like an opportunity for reflection, so I could look at my life, look at my relationships, look at my connections with other people, look at how I'm spending my time when I'm not in isolation. I just took the opportunity to reflect on myself, look at my priorities, say, am I living my life according to my values? Kind of like the classical hermits. I just took this time being on my own to focus on myself and look inwardly as well as look outward. Especially if you're alone, you don't have other people around, so although you have access to other people through the internet, it can be really healing just to be able to reflect on things in your own time and on your own terms without other people telling you what you should do or how you should think or what's cool and what's not. Being alone does have value in that your thoughts aren't influenced by any kind of external factors. It might sound really deep, but that was kind of one thing that I did. Like, check in with yourself and use this opportunity away from society to form your own individual opinions about certain things. Shrink your world to the space that you are confined to, whether that's a hotel room, whether that's your house. So instead of looking out the window and thinking, oh, I could be there right now, think, no, I can't, I'm in this room. What can I do? What resources do I have at my disposal? I have the internet, I have paper, I have clothes, I have, I don't know, ingredients for cooking. And another thing that helps with this is if you really want to, you can watch movies like The Martian, where he's on his own and he's like doing a video log of his experience on his own. Like, you could do a video log, or you could just tweak your media to match your situation. Like, you might find things that weren't relatable in the past quite relatable now. There's just so much media content out there that's like made for things like this before it was even a thing. My concluding statements are this: it's all about the mindset and the way that you're looking at things. Look at this lockdown as an opportunity rather than a limiting experience. Focus on the things that you can control rather than the things that you can't. So you can't control not being able to go outside, but you can control what you do inside your home or inside the room that you're in. You can control how you think about the experience. You might feel like you're trapped, but there's actually a lot that you can do. You can reach out, you can be proactive, you can really have a lot of control being on your own. I hope you found something useful in this. Sorry the lighting's been really weird, but I wanted to sit at my desk with notes. Let me know if you like these kind of talky videos. I feel like I'm a bit preachy, but I don't know, maybe you'll find it helpful. I hope you will, at least. To my friends and family and people who know me, please don't be scared to reach out. Like, if you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, you always got a friend in me. Your gal Hayley's here for you. But yeah, that's all from me, folks. Until next time, good luck with everything. Bye!